everybody, and welcome back to House of a Warrior. My name is Lorena Doyle, and today I have a special someone in my video. It's Sickle Cell Monday, and I am starting this Sickle Cell series with my caregiver, my mom, my aunt, my friend who was there with me the whole way. And so I'll just let her introduce herself.
Hello everybody, welcome to the House of a Warrior. My name is Jacinta Ninja. I am the mother to this beautiful girl, to this beautiful warrior.
Thank you. Okay, so you guys, you know that I am a warrior myself. By warrior, some of you may not know what I mean. I have sickle cell disease, and it is a very challenging disease. And as a young a child, really, it was the most crucial moments of my life, and this is the person that was right beside me all through it. So you all know that I'm an orphan. My mom died when I was 6, but you took me in at 9 years old. 9 years old. So between you and my mom and my dad, actually, you know more about me than either of them, right?
That's right.
Okay, so let's go right into the questions. Okay, did you know I had sickle cell disease when my dad gave me to you?
Yes, I knew.
You did?
I did, yeah, I did. In fact, I asked your dad to give you to me.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that. Okay, so
he had challenges. He had a bit of challenges when your mom passed away. Now taking care of the children was a bit difficult for him. So I asked him if I could take you in, because I was teaching at Mumias, and there was a school to which I would be able to enroll you. And he said it was okay.
Oh, nice. Okay, so my next question makes it rather redundant, because it was, if you knew, would it have changed anything? So in your case, it didn't change anything.
It didn't change anything because I knew. Yeah, it didn't change. It wouldn't have changed.
Even if you didn't know?
Yeah, it wouldn't have changed. You are my brother's child. My brother's child is my child. So I don't think it would have made any difference.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We've had many sleepless nights because of sickle cell.
Yes.
But how did you handle the first ever painful crisis I ever had?
That one was difficult for me because it was the first time you are having a crisis in my hands. So I was crying more than you. I was crying more than you. But I had a neighbor who was a nurse, Regina Mkoro. Yeah. I went to Regina, I called her, I woke her up at night, and I told her, my girl is very sick, I don't know what to do. So she suggested that we drive to St. Mary's Hospital. And that's exactly what we did. We went to St. Mary's Hospital, you were admitted and put on drip immediately. Yeah, so that's how I handled it. I was not going to be able to handle it in the house. So we had to go to the hospital.
Did it scare you that fast?
It did. It did. I was so scared because the pain seemed to be so intense. Yeah, you used to have so much pain, and you know the funny thing is that we would be seated with you playing, and you go to bed. Then at midnight you are screaming.
Yeah,
you are in pain. So I was trying to understand all these things, but slowly I learned exactly what to do.
Okay. So I remember growing up, you were a teacher. You're still a teacher.
Yes.
Sickle cell is a very expensive disease, and I keep repeating this because it's true. And how did you manage with the finances? Like, did the rest of the family step in? I know before my dad passed away, because he passed away when I was 11. I know before then he chipped in, right?
Yes.
But after he rested, like, what happened? How did you manage to keep up?
Well, it wasn't very easy. I did most of the finances myself, but I would reach out to members of the family. Whoever was able to help would help. Sometimes Auntie Winnie chipped in. She would help me with money for your medicines. Sometimes even your grandfather did quite a bit. Yeah, they used to help quite a bit. So it didn't become a burden to me.
Okay. Next, do we move on or do we pick up the call? Next, you were pretty young. I remember you were probably my age now when you took me in. You had friends, you had a life, like that is that was your time to leave and go out. Like whenever you told your friends you couldn't go because you were taking care of this child who was sick. Like, did you get any stigma or backlash from them or?
Not really. You know, everyone has their own principles. Yeah. And I knew I had a child who could get sick anytime.
Okay.
I had very many friends, but very few who were very close to me, who knew about you. And those very few friends are the ones I would go out with, yeah? So anytime they said, or they asked if we could go out, and I told them I can't go out because Lorraine is not well, they understood. They understood. So because they knew about you, sometimes they even came in to help quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teacher Immaculate, we used to call her Maku, if you remember. She was really close to me, and she helped quite a bit. Regina was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always relied on Regina when you are sick. And I had many other friends, many others, but I did not tell them what you were going through.
Was that out of like, you wanted to keep it to yourself out of embarrassment?
No, not embarrassment. You know, you can have many, many friends, but there are very few who will even come in at your point of need.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I chose who I could tell what.
Okay.
Yeah. You cannot just open your heart to everybody.
To everyone,
Yeah.
Okay. How did you make sure of me being healthy most of the time, you know?
Well, I tried my very best to ensure that you had your drugs with you and to make you take those drugs on a daily basis. And that was not the easiest thing on earth, because sometimes I would imagine or think I've given you medicine and you have taken, then I'm organizing your bedroom and I find the medicines are under the mattress. Yeah, and that would really
true.
That would really annoy me. So a few times really I really scolded you.
And now that I'm buying the drugs myself,
now you know.
Now I know.
Yeah. You know they're expensive things, yeah, and you just throw them under your pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is one way that I used to ensure that you are growing up healthy. I also try to provide you with a balanced diet. I didn't have much, but I provided a balanced diet. I ensured there were fruits in the house always for you to take.
Yeah.
And I always ensured you have drunk your water, you are hydrated. Have you drunk water? Have you drunk water? Sometimes you'd say yes and you haven't. And you run out and you are laughing. And I know you have not done it.
Yeah. Okay. Other than medication, what helped when I was having a crisis that we could manage at home?
Well, sometimes I would just use maybe even just Vaseline just to rub your painful parts, because most of the time your joints were paining. So we would just sit in the sitting room, you lie on the sofa set. I take Vaseline and
just massage.
And massage you. And I had a very good
ointment.
house ointment, yes.
Yeah.
But I also had a very good house help called Rehema. I still remember her. She helped quite a bit, quite a lot, because she would do that when I'm in school and you're unwell. She took good care of you whenever you are admitted in hospital and school was on. Rehema is the one who slept in the hospital with you. Yeah. Then I would come in the morning, bring some uji, bring some food for you to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever wish I was a normal, healthy child?
Yes. I did. Yeah, like any parent, you want your child to just enjoy life like any other child. Yeah? Yeah. I would always agonize when you'll have your next crisis. What will it be like? How am I going to handle it? So definitely like a parent, because now I took you as my child, you're my child. So how am I going to handle this girl when the next crisis comes? So that would really disturb me. So I would sometimes be very harsh on you, you know. I want you to take this medicine, yeah? This is what keeps you going. Take your medicine, take your medicine. And we went on and on. I wished that you just had a normal life. But with the time, I accepted.
Yeah.
I had to accept that this situation is not going to change.
Okay.
It won't change. So you ask God to give you the strength to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Another one. Were you ever scared I would die?
Once, yes, sometimes I would be so scared because there was one time that you were so sick. You are so sick. We rushed you to St. Mary's Hospital, but they seemed not to be able to handle. Yeah. And we decided that we were going to take you to Aga Khan Hospital. We did. And when we got to Aga Khan Hospital, you were so sick actually. I think that was what's the first time I got so scared, because your face had changed, your mouth had moved.
That's so well. I remember they removed some green stuff from my...
Yeah, your mouth had moved. I said, hey, this time, hii ni mbaya. Now, we take you to hospital and these people insist we have to pay a deposit of 20,000. 20,000 shillings. I did not even have 5,000. Yeah. But a very close friend paid that money for me.
20,000?
20,000 deposit. And I said, I will pay back pole pole. That close friend was Dr. Uwaya.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. He paid that deposit. I told him, once you leave hospital, I'll pay him slowly. Yeah. So once you left hospital, you were treated well, you came back to normal, you came back home. And once I went to try to pay back that money, he said no.
Wow. Where are my friends? Wow.
He said, no, I helped you as a friend.
Do you remember the time I had a classmate, Stella, in high school?
Yes.
Was it high school?
Yes, high school.
Yeah, we both fell sick because she was also a sickler. We both fell sick. We were both rushed to St. Mary's, our mother hospital.
Yes.
And she didn't make it.
She didn't make it.
And we were in the same room.
You were in the same room. Your beds were next to.
Yeah. And I thought she had finally gotten relief, that her pain had subsided and she fell asleep. And I was so jealous. I was like, oh my goodness, she's finally feeling better. Her drugs have kicked in.
You are here
but the girl had gone.
So I remember that day very well, because we were told at school. I went to school early as usual, at a first lesson, when we were told, oh, Stella is gone. I rushed to hospital.
Yeah.
I have never been in such panic. I rushed to hospital. When I arrived there, Stella was still on the bed. And I asked for you to be moved to a private room immediately. So they quickly moved you to the private room. I didn't even tell you Stella was dead. You still thought she was
she was sleeping. I thought she was just relaxing.
Yeah, because I think you also finally fell asleep. Yeah. So I think when you woke up, you were in another room. But now we had to tell you.
Yeah.
And it really broke you down.
It did.
Because you were such good friends.
We were. We related on so many levels anyway.
Yeah, I remember that so well.
Yeah. Okay, so did you know about the existence of sickle cell as a disease before me?
I knew, because there were some Like in Stella's family, there were children who were older than her, and one of them had sickle cell. In fact, I don't know whether she died or what, I can't remember. But I remember I knew about that, yeah? And I knew from my brother, because they had tested you and Vera, yeah. So I knew about it. It's just that I didn't know much about handling a sickle cell child and so on.
Okay.
I learned poly.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever think of giving up? You know, like maybe you had enough. Maybe thought of passing me on to someone else. Just gotten tired.
Nah, no, it never happened.
Never, not once.
No, not once. You know, once you've taken somebody in as your own, the love you have for that child, nothing can change. That is your child. Paka, death do us part. It never occurred to me, never. I'd never have thought. I'd give you to who?
I don't know.
To who?
Okay.
You had become part of my life, actually. Yeah. You are still part of my life.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. You're still the first call I make whenever I get a crisis. Yeah. So that was the last question, but for the last one, I want you to, like, I'm sure you have like a piece of advice, encouragement to other caregivers, maybe something you would have liked to have known that you didn't know at that time. Like, just help some. I know there are very many caregivers out here who are taking care of people with different diseases and disabilities of all sorts, but I want you to like focus on the parent who is taking care of a sickler child.
The parent who is taking care of a sickler child has actually a lot of responsibility. Now, first of all, to ensure that that child stays healthy. Yes, just to avoid the crisis that comes with sickle cell. It is very painful to watch a child go through that. So they have to be very careful to ensure the child takes medication, ensure that you give a proper diet to this child. Even if you don't have much, there are certain small things like omenas,
which is very good.
Yeah, very, very nutritious for these children. Then you also have to learn to be very patient. Yeah, be patient with them. There are things you want them to do which they don't want to do because they want to feel normal. Yeah. They want to go out and play like other children. So all the time they are out playing. Yeah, they feel like they are rejects. Yeah. So they want to live a normal life. So try to make them feel that they are just normal children. Sickle cell is a disease like any other. And if a child is well taken care of, they live. Yeah. There was always that fear people kept instilling in me, that these children, they die at age 11. Then age 11 passes. Now it's age 18, age 21. I never took those things in. Yeah. I said, if this is my child, when God decides that she's going to go, she will go. Because eventually we all die.
True.
Yeah. We have seen sicklers who have lived up to 80 years. Yeah. We had some family, I will not mention the name, in Mumias. That lady had how many children? Almost 7 children. And she lived for so long.
Wow. The lady herself had sickle cell?
Yeah, she was a sickler. Yeah. She lived for a very long time. And that really encouraged me. When I used to hear those stories, I used to get so encouraged.
Okay.
Yeah. Then one day you came and said, Mom, I found a husband. I was worried. I said, what? Does he know about you?
Yeah.
Have you told him that you are a sickler? And all that, you said yes. Said, fine, bring him home.
Yeah. And even him, he calls her whenever I get a crisis. Because he also still doesn't... Okay, he knows what to do. He's just comfortable with her knowing that I'm sick. But anyway, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. You did so well.
Really?
Yes. Thank you so much. You guys, please be encouraged. If you're a caregiver, if you're a warrior yourself, be encouraged. I lived to be in my 30s. I have 2 children, although it was a very hectic journey to get there. But I am here, and it is possible, and you can take care of yourself the right way.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can live to be whatever age you want to be. You can, okay, unless God decides otherwise, but you can do whatever you want to do. Thank you so much for watching. Please keep telling a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to check us out, and let's fill this house
Of a warrior.
up. We fill this house up. I will see you in the next video,
So
guys.
it's fill this house up. No, I
Yeah.
said don't fill this house of a warrior.
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's fill this house up.
Yeah.